Other than the weather, how was day one of minicamp?
Actually, it was pretty crisp. I thought the guys did a really good job in being prepared. We didn't have a lot in, but it's still different for a lot of these guys. And on both sides of the ball, I thought it was a good day.
Now, given the weather, are you surprised how crisp they were?
Well, I think it's just a testament to the quality of the individual. Guys. We have a group of guys who looks like they care. They want to do well. They're paying attention. They're listening to coaching and their coaches. And there's a lot we got to get cleaned up. But we're trying to give them just enough to test their ability to think, but not too much that they can't play fast, so we can get a proper evaluation.
That's the main thing you want to get out of these 3 days.
Yeah, we need to evaluate the guys, but we need to evaluate them in all the areas, not just physical evaluation. We need to evaluate their ability to learn and take coaching and be pushed a little bit in their understanding of those types of things.
Weather a factor at all? Can it be a positive or a negative?
Well, it's. I think first day you have to be careful because some of these guys came from pretty hot weather and they're adjusting. So I don't know what it's supposed to be like tomorrow, but I wouldn't put too much into it either way. We'll see how they respond after day one.
Can you pick out if anyone has stood out? I know it's just day one. At this point, everyone's just kind of.
No, there's a few, but probably we'll wait. We'll wait to get through 3 days and have a better idea.
What's Zach's role going to be this week? Will he have a role at all?
He'll have a role that whatever he wants. No, he's around. He's focusing on his rehab but he'll be involved. But we're not asking him for his involvement necessarily.
Right. But he'll be at meetings if he wants to be at meetings and film and all that.
Well, he wasn't last night, but he's got a lot on his plate right now, and he knows what we're doing, so he doesn't really need to be there.
Can you tell us anything about the new assistant coach at all?
About Mike?
Yeah.
Well, I know Mike pretty well. He's a new O-line coach. We hired him a while ago. The only reason we haven't announced is because we're going to announce the entire staff, and then the situation with Tommy kind of derailed that a little bit because we wanted to make the announcement with everybody on the staff. So Mike, I coached with him 2 years at Ole Miss. He's a really good coach, really good fundamental coach. He's a 34-year veteran at the highest level of college football, and he's a really good man. He was a really close friend of mine on that staff.
Has the loss of Tommy made this camp more challenging for you at all?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. It's all right though. It's fine. I mean, we're working together. I'm obviously a lot more involved, but maybe that's a good thing too, just so I don't get too stale.
Yeah, you're running around. You're running around today.
Is that what you called it?
Slow back.
I'm not sure that's what anybody else called it. Got a lot of laughs out there.
When you say involved, are you using some of the plays from last year, or how are you working all of that, like in terms of what you're asking the guys to run, so you can?
Oh, we're just running some of our base stuff right now.
Base stuff.
We're putting enough. Conceptually, we don't have every single concept in the passing game in. We're layering it in as we go. So we had a couple in today. We'll add another 1 or 2 tomorrow and see if they can have recall plus learn something new.
How's the search for an offensive coordinator going? Is there one? I mean, have you made a decision on what you're going to do?
Is there a search or is there a guy?
Well,
There's
I guess both.
a search.
There is a search?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered because you talked about potentially you handling that job, or if you made a decision about how that.
Yeah. So no. So the search is ongoing. It's narrowed down, and I feel like we have a couple of potential candidates, but we just want to make sure that we make a good decision and that I thoroughly vet their ability to grow quickly. I understand that we have a short window right now, but they need to be very bright and be able to absorb quickly and also fit, with the staff and fit with the coach that we have here. So I want to make a quick decision, but not a rash decision.
Does it help? I mean, I assume it does. I mean, you've got a fair amount of experience within this league at quarterback. So when you get a new coordinator in, assuming it's a coordinator, is that got to be sort of
the coordinator?
a step ahead?
But they're gonna run my offense, right?
Right.
So the challenge for me, the task, not the challenge, is to is to help him grow very quickly with his understanding of what we're doing offensively. So if that means I have to be, I have to control the offense initially until he grows into that position, depends again on his skill set, his experience, those types of things, how fast he can learn, and come up to an understanding where trust can be given and more can be delegated. I'll modulate that accordingly, and put the gentleman or the coach that we hire in situations that will ferret that out.
I just want to make sure I understood what you said right at the start. The coordinator will run your offense? Is that what,
No, yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
offense that you plan? Do you mean like
I don't
you'll
know
have
what you're
designed it, is what I mean? Is that what
Well,
you
this
mean
is
by?
my offense.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
it always has been.
Well, I understand
So-
that, but
I mean, when I say that, let me back up and also say that the offense grows with other people's input. Tommy had input, and then he had his contributions over the years. Alan had his contributions. We all have contributions, but the core foundation of the offense, the principles, the concepts, all of that is stuff that I've been doing
Right.
for a long time.
Okay, thank you.